So over the past week, I have been going from store to store trying to find the very best bargains and deals, the best prices, see who has the best prices on what, in case you're trying to put a little bit back for difficult times. The stores I've gone to have been Aldi, Save-A-Lot, Kroger, Walmart, Dollar Tree, and this little store that's out in my area called Grandview. So I want to share with you some of the things that I thought were a really good price and what prices were at various places and that type of thing. So I'm going to start with Aldi. So at Aldi, I got two of these giant bags of chicken. This it's 10 pounds of leg quarters, which means that it's the leg and thigh that are still attached. It's 10 pounds. I am not used to seeing these in the stores. It used to be that they would carry them in the stores, the large grocery stores, once or twice a year was what I was used to seeing, and they would be like 29 cents a pound. I've not seen them forever, and they're no longer 29 cents a pound, but that's okay. The 10-pound bag was right under $5, which means it was right around 50 cents a pound. And my goodness, you can't touch any kind of meat or even protein for that matter for 50 cents a pound. You can't buy dry beans for 50 cents a pound. So I think it's a great price. You can, separate this out, wrap them up, put them in your freezer, or you can can them. And being that they still have the bone in it, you can make some wonderful bone broth out of that too, which also cans up really nicely. And you can actually put that in with your meat and can it up that way so that you're not, dumping juice out of your chicken if you're canning it up, that you would have bone broth in there that you can use as well. So also at Aldi, I've been looking at pasta at various stores. And pasta is a wheat product. Wheat is one of the things that we, of course, are looking at shortages with. Pasta in both Kroger and Walmart was kind of sparse. In Aldi and Save-A-Lot, it wasn't. They had cases and cases of it in there. So the two of them had the best prices on the pasta as well. Obviously, Dollar Tree, it's $1.25. Kroger and Walmart, it's various prices for various brands and different types. Save-A-Lot was right around $1 a pound for different types of pasta. At Aldi, there were 2 or 3 different kinds that I found to be a significantly better price. One was this regular spaghetti. Now, the angel hair is a little bit more expensive than this. But the regular spaghetti, this is a 2-pound box. It was 2 pounds for $1.43, which means it's under 75 cents a pound. So I thought that was a great bargain. So 50 cents less than Dollar Tree, a quarter less than Save-A-Lot. This rotini, and they had a different type that was in the same box. I don't know if it's called penne, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. 16-ounce box, 84 cents. Now, they do have other types that kind of look like this that are more expensive, and some of the other types are 12-ounce boxes. So you'll want to keep an eye on that if you're comparing the ounce-to-ounce pricing on it. So, speaking of Aldi and shortages, oils are becoming more and more difficult and more expensive when you find them. And some people that eat, say they use coconut oil or olive oil or real butter, are thinking that it might not affect them. However, if this many people use oils to cook with, and there's only this much oils available, those people might end up buying up your coconut oil and your olive oil. So what I'm getting at is the price is going to go up on all of them just because there just isn't going to be the supply that we're used to. So I felt like the price at Aldi was still pretty good on their oil. It was definitely less ounce per ounce than Kroger or Walmart when I went in there. And I want to talk to you about soups. And I relate it to oil in a very strange way. And that is, if you are low on, or it's difficult to find or difficult to get, or it's just way too expensive, I sometimes substitute with certain things some cream of soups, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom. And really, what that comes down to for me is vegetables out of the garden. I don't know if you've ever tried to eat veggies out of your garden with no butter or any type of oil on them, but it's really not that great. Unless it's lettuce, but then you're going to want salad dressing. So, what I have found is you can take some veggies and put a can of cream and chicken soup in there with lots and lots of veggies, and it kind of takes the place of the butter you or oil or whatever that you would put in there with it, and it helps a lot. And then your tomato soup, you can load that up with veggies too, whether it's a cooked soup or you can make gazpacho, which is raw veggies that are diced up in there on a hot summer day. That it's really good. So those are just some things that are nice to have on hand in case the oils are expensive or hard to get, or you're finding that you're just eating the same stuff out of your garden over and over again just because food in general is so much more expensive. It's stuff that's nice to have on hand, and right now it's a good price. Now, the last time I bought these soups there, they were 50 cents a can. They've gone up 16%. So they're 58 cents a can, which is 16%. However, they are far less than anywhere else. The next best price I found was at Save A Lot, and they're 79 cents a can there. So you're still saving 21 cents a can. So at Aldi, I also picked up baking powder at $1.29, baking soda 60 cents, and flour, of which is made out of wheat, for $1.49. I felt like with the things that are going on right now that this is a very good price for this. So the next place I'm going to talk about is Kroger. At Kroger, I found one type of tuna that I thought was a good price. On the small cans that are generally 5 ounces, I picked one up and noticed that it was 4 ounces. I can't say that all of them have done that, but it's something you might want to keep an eye on if you're comparison pricing. These are 12-ounce cans, and they were $1.79. And not everybody carries the big cans like this, so the only place that I really compared it to was Walmart. And from what I saw, this was the best price I could find, was this one kind. It's a Kroger Chunk Light Tuna in Water from Kroger. The other thing I found at Kroger that I thought was a great price was these huge things of peanut butter, 64 ounces for $4.99. Now, occasionally they will run the 16-ounce peanut butter for $1.25. That is a slightly better deal. However, when they run that, it is usually tied to a coupon where you can only buy 5 of them. And this did not have a coupon, but it is a sale price. So that is going on right now. The other store that I went to is called Grandview. And in my area, they have some of those. And it's just like a little really cheapy type place where they'll buy closeouts and they'll buy things that are slightly out of date and things like that. And I just like to go in there and see what kind of bargains I can find. And if you don't live in this area, just look up and see if you can find any places like that. And it's usually pretty random what's in there. The things I found in there, of which I was super thrilled with, are these black eyed peas. And I know it says 50 cents on there, but they sold them to me 3 bags for $1. And they had some candy corn I couldn't live without for 75 cents. And they had this little teeny tiny delicate pasta for $1. But my favorite thing that I found there, besides those black eyed peas, is sunblock. Big bottles, 16 ounces, 13 ounces, $1. This one says baby on it, but if you smell it, it doesn't have like that smell that some of those products have to them. It just smells like sunblock. And anybody could use it. And they had tons of it. So I thought that was a super great bargain. They also had makeup for $1. And then there was one thing from Aldi that I forgot to show you, and that is sweetened condensed milk. And that's another like oddball thing that doesn't sound like is something that you would want to have a little bit of it put back. But what I have found is if you happen to stock up on oatmeal, and granted, some people will put back like powdered milk or even evaporated milk, and that's fine. But what I have found is that you could take one of these and you could put it in a quart jar, add water to it, shake it up, and it's almost like a sweet skim milk. And you can add that to make oatmeal. And it's much better than making it with water. And then the other thing is if you happen to be growing pumpkins grow really good in this area. And we all think we like pumpkin, but what we really like is pumpkin pie. And if you have some of this, really the only thing that you have to have would be a couple of eggs. And you can make pumpkin pudding, which is basically the pumpkin pie without the crust. And of course, if you've got flour and some type of shortening or lard or something, you can make crust as well. But it's just a way that you can use your pumpkin, and just have some of this on hand is nice to have. So those were the things that I picked up. Now there are other things that I went ahead and comparison price to get the best prices on, that I'd like to kind of go over and take a look at, just to see if there are any of those things that you're wanting to get a little put back. You'll know the places that have the very best price. This is where I found the best price on each of the following items. Also, when giving the best price, I'm going to give it based on 1 pound. Some of the items come in a bigger bag. It might come in a 2 pound, 5 pound, 20 pound bag. And I simply divided it down to give you the price per pound. Dollar Tree had the best price on lentil dry beans at $1.25 a pound. Comes in a 1 pound bag. Brown rice at 63 cents per pound. It comes in a 2 pound bag. Walmart pinto beans, 20 pound bag of dry beans at 75 cents a pound. They also had canned chicken. It's 12 ounces per can in a 4-can pack at $7.99. So you're at $2 per can. Was by far the best price I could find on that. Kroger white rice, 60 cents per pound, came in a 5 pound bag. Save-A-Lot black beans, which are dry beans, at $1.10 per pound in a 2 pound bag. I have been liking Save-A-Lot for their meat sales they've been having. When I was in there, they had bacon on sale for $3.99 a pound, and they had pork chops for $1.49. And of course, their sales change weekly, but that would be a place I would check for meat sales. Aldi had Great Northern Bean, dry beans, 85 cents per pound, comes in a 2 pound bag. Their brand of soup at 58 cents. Pasta, their spaghetti, 72 cents a pound in a 2 pound box, was the best price on pasta that I found. Vegetable oil at $2.85 for a 48 ounce. Sweetened condensed milk at $1.29. Evaporated milk at 70 cents. Canned vegetables at 50 cents. Flour at $1.49. Milk at $2.88 for a regular price. Eggs at $1.38 for a regular price. And bread, their least expensive loaf of bread was 95 cents. I'm hoping these price comparisons can help a little in stretching your budget in finding the best prices on some things. But please keep in mind that prices are continuously going up and changing, and you are always welcome, if you're seeing changes in the prices, to put them in the comments below. Give us a heads up. And of course, if you're seeing good sale price items, add those to the comments, so we can help each other out. Thanks so much for hanging out.